Friday Night Flights. Sponsored by Bayport Credit Union, Hercules Fence, Tidewater Community College, and Casey Auto Group.
Okay, how about the new open? Welcome into the season premiere of Friday Night Flights. I'm Craig Loper. He is James Cantado. We're at this thing, James, only fitting that the week of Friday Night Flights begins. We get some of the best matchups of the early part of the season.
Absolutely, Craig. A lot of high-level crosswater matchups, some Peninsula powers making their way to the south side, some out-of-market teams coming into town as well, like Maryland Power Wise, who took on Kings Fork tonight.
That's right. The Pumas were Maryland Class 4 runner-up last season state champs in 2023. Check out the aerial view tonight at Kings Fork. Love the facility out there. Love the Bulldogs logo in the middle of the field. The school always has a lot of great spirit. You got the band, you got the cheerleaders. High school football back in a major way, and a game like this could really set the tone for Kings Fork. They lost to Maury last season in the region title game. To the ground, I was at this one. K Fork led 14-0 at halftime. We're in the third quarter now. It's 14-6, Kings Fork leading. DeAndre Artis-Boone out of empty. Oh no, picked off. Wise is gonna go the other way, and it was at this point things started to get a little scary for Kings Fork. They were still up 14-12 after Wise missed the PAT. Wise would get the ball back and go ahead with this score. Eric Wedge III to Zorian Gray Vest. Tall receiver, 6'6". It's the go-ahead score, 21-19. But would you look at this? Check out the ensuing kickoff. We've been calling this guy's name for a few years, James.
Yeah.
Zadarius Wynn finds a crease, 85 yards to the house, gives his team back the lead just like that. K Fork got it back with about 4 minutes to go. They're chewing clock. This was the dagger. Isaiah Gilliam, the physical bruising run into the end zone. That seals the game, 27-19, a huge win for Fork to open up the season.
And in Newport news, intriguing crosswater matchup today. Warwick hosting Oscar Smith, the Class 6 state champs. Both teams coming off opening week losses. Smith rolling in the first. Check this out, Craig. Running back Tajay Curtis gets the handoff, says, no, I'm going to go this way. Excuse me, I'm going to go back this way.
I almost thought this was BJ Nesbitt.
Yeah, and here he goes, Nesbitt's number.
Yeah.
And he goes across the pylon, 6-0. Smith getting hyped with his teammates. Let's go to the end of the first half. Smith up 12-0. 8 seconds left in the half. Lonnie rolls right, looks at his options, airs it out on the run, finds the hands of Charles McGlone. 18-0 Smith heading into the locker room. Cheerleaders, Craig, loving this one, as you would if you're a Smith fan. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Warwick cut the deficit to 12, trying to make it a game.
Wow.
Lonnie puts it to bed, slings it to McGlone again. Touchdown Tigers. Andrews threw for 291 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. Oscar Smith wins a gritty one over Warwick, 24-6.
Huge one in the Richmond area. Maury, the Class 5 state champ, back-to-back against Varina. We're in the third quarter here. Commodore quarterback Domo Everett goes back to pass and airs it out, but Zerad Capers Jr. there for Varina. The interception comes up with it, going to reverse field. A nice little return from him. 5 plays later, Varina's quarterback Caleb Weich hands it off to Michael Farley Jr., and Farley Jr. from 12 yards out finds pay dirt. 7:13 to go in the game. Domo Everett now showing off the arm talent. Remember, they played Cardinal Gibbons last week. Airs it out, 48 yards to Javon Wiggins down the sideline. He had a step on the defender, ties it up at 13. The extra point was moved back because of a penalty, but that was huge. Didn't affect Charlie McCoy. Buries it. Maury rallies for a huge one on the road, 14-13. Next up, Maury hosts Bishop McNamara. That non-conference, non-district schedule is crazy.
Yeah, ridiculous.
All right, to the beach now, where the Green Run Stallions were trying to extend their beach district winning streak.
Green Run, which made it to the Class 5 state semis last year, has won 44 beach district games in a row. Tonight at home against the Kellam Knights. Let's go, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. No score, handoff to C.J. Jackson.
Yeah, he's fun to watch run it.
The big gainer. First down, Stallions. Good to go. Then QB Luke Ashcraft went to Kellam.
Yeah, revenge tour, huh?
Finds Xavion Cleveland. And look at this, Craig. Breaks a couple tackles, takes it down the sideline, 32 yards for the touchdown. Green Run up 6-0 as we head to the second quarter. Kellam now on offense. Drew McKentarfer looks downfield, finds Aaron Smith, great catch there. Sets up a 32-yard field goal from Brandon Prater. Knights cut the lead to 3. Stallions back on offense, and Craig, at this point, they were cruising.
Yeah,
Ashcraft.
They tend to do that.
Dumps it off to Xavier Clark.
Little screen.
Clark Goodbye. 60 yards. Look at the speed for the touchdown.
Yeah.
Stallions literally running away with this one, 55-3.
Let's stay at the beach. Cox at Bayside. We're in the third quarter. Bayside up 13-10. Cam Kirby going to hand it off to Kyron Brown. Puts Bayside up 20-10. What can Brown do for you, right? Cox driving. And on fourth down, Braden Herron is going to hit Rex Miller. Nice way to avoid the sack, but it's just short of the sticks to end the drive. You got to convert on that one. Cox needing 2 scores to win. Watch this 51-yard field goal by Bryson Wildholm. And that one brings it to a 1 score. We were talking about this kid. We've heard about this kid. What a leg. But Bayside is going to do their best and just grind the ball down, grind clock. Cam Kirby with the touchdown run. And it's the Marlins improving to 2-0. They beat Cox tonight 27-13. Okay, a lot of shutouts. Ocean Lakes 43-0 over First Colonial. Lansdowne also 34-0 tonight over Tallwood.
And it was Kempsville that rebounds from last week's loss to Salem Chiefs over Princess Anne, 56-0. Now we make our first stop in Norfolk. That's where Lake Taylor took on Hampton. Fun one.
Yeah, the Titans won their season opener last week behind Majerald Clark, our featured player of the week. We did a spotlight story on him. The Crabbers playing their first game of the season. Lake Taylor debuting its brand new turf, James.
Gorgeous, wow.
Really like it. They're starting to become more common around the area, of course. Special teams always makes a difference. This bad snap would give the Crabbers excellent field position for their first drive of the game. Marcus Chapman Jr., got the NC State offer for a reason. Takes advantage. I mean, that's a dot
throw
if you've ever seen one. Davion Perry, 6-0 lead. Visitors take the lead. Lake Taylor on their next drive would even the score. This is a 26-yard bruising touchdown run to tie it up at 6 apiece. Back to special teams. This time, Latavion Hill blocking the Crabber punt, recovered by Peyton Maddox. And Maddox puts his team in great field position. 1-yard touchdown plunge by Joshua Williams Hampton. And Williams ends up winning this game 40-34 over Lake Taylor.
It's a good game. To Portsmouth, the Churchland Truckers at home against the Bethel Bruins. Both teams 1-0. Look at this run by Churchland's Akey Hayes.
Woo!
He would not go down. 35-yard touchdown. Truckers take a 14-7 lead. Bethel going to respond. Of course they do. Alexander Lewis, the war transfer, going to keep it. And that nice run, going to move the chains. Look at the legs there. Very hyped up going into this season. Took a little hit there. He was good. Led to this touchdown by Amari Preer, the Co-Peninsula District Player of the Year last year. He's going to Hampton. 8 yards out, ties the game back at 14. Churchland has a new starting quarterback. Sophomore Logan Wynn drops a dime to Floyd Logan. Pretty. First down, Truckers. Churchland was driving, but on the fourth down, the Bruins defense comes up with a big stop. Turnover on downs, but Bethel could not do anything with the ball, so it goes back to Churchland. And before the end of the first half, it's Logan Wynn. Finds Floyd Logan again for another Truckers touchdown. Churchland went to 29-28 in overtime in a game between two good teams. Felt like a playoff game out there.
Wow, very close one down to the wire. Petersburg area powerhouse Dinwiddie in Norfolk tonight taking on Granby. The Comets trying to bounce back from last week's loss to Indian River. First drive for Dinwiddie. The Generals march it right down the field. Zion Basso, 20-yard touchdown run, 7-0. Visitors. Granby responds with a nice drive of its own. Jameer Chin rolls out and connects with Jonah Burris. 19-yard gain there. Same drive. Comets in a 4th and 6 situation from the 12-yard line. Chin back in the end zone. Devin Forbes, where he at? Standing wide open. Made it 7-6. And would you believe that was Granby's only touchdown of the game? Zion busts for another score here. He's got an offer from Old Dominion. 40 yards to the house. Dinwiddie. They're a respectable program. They win 55-6.
Still to come, we've got a lot more action for you, including more games in Portsmouth and Virginia Beach and a big rivalry showdown in Williamsburg.
And we head back to Suffolk, where Nansemond River opened up its season against Menchville from Newport News. Stick around. Welcome back to Friday Night Flights. You are looking high above at Nansemond River High School in Suffolk. Some of the best fans in all of Hampton Roads, and also one of the best looking fields just really anywhere in the 757. I was also at this one, opening up their season against Menchville. The Warriors were. Menchville started last week with a loss. Here we go, opening kickoff. Nansemond River booting it, sort of in a coffin corner little spot. They recover it, but you can't advance it. The refs called it a muffed kick. No problem. Tyrell Grant in the offense, back in action. How about the fade route to Quincy Gilmore? 7-0, just like that. Cheerleaders, band, Everybody does a great job. Seriously, it was a great environment tonight. Short while later, it's Grant faking me out on the RPO entirely. Fakes the handoff, fakes the pass, somehow pops out of there, and just like that, takes a hit, no problem. I don't know what this dance is. Every year that the kids are doing a little different one. I think that's a TikTok thing. I have seen that, actually. 14-0. Shout out to the band. Warriors defense was in the backfield all night. A sack here by a host of defenders, including Randolph Hill. Warriors roll to start the season 50-14. All right, now to Williamsburg, an early season rivalry matchup between two Bay Rivers District contenders. They usually do this at the end of the year.
Yeah, last season Lafayette lost in the state semifinals while War Hill had a down year, but both teams 1-0 heading into tonight's contest. We pick it up in the first quarter. Lafayette already up 7-0. Rams threatening when senior Breon Stokes takes the handoff from the fullback position, goes around the edge for 6. Rams up 14-0. Ahead to the second quarter, picking this up mid-play, War Hill sophomore receiver Devon Price able to shake off a couple tackles, taking in for the end zone for 6. Coach Rhodes very excited about his young prospects. Right. Lions still down 14-6. Second half, War Hill quarterback Carson Strickland gonna sling it downfield, but he's picked off by Rams DB JL Love. JL Love. Thank you. Stay tuned because there's gonna be more where that came from. That would set up this beautiful 40-yard field goal. Craig, everyone kicking field goals today.
Kicker's getting the most love in the history of Friday Night Flights tonight.
Aiden Gerda, the kid has a leg on him, and you can see after the kick he was hyped up.
Huge kick.
17-6. Fourth quarter, same score, and it's deja vu as Love picks Strickland again for the second time in the game. Lafayette takes this one. They win 24-6.
In Virginia Beach, public-private school showdown, Western Branch against Catholic. Bruins led big, 35-0 at the half. We're going to pick it up in the third quarter. Western Branch on offense. David Ortel, plenty of time, back to pass. Trey Miller, good grab from him. Nice catch. He's tackled those short of the goal line at the 1. Next play, handoff to Gregory McNeil?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, people call me Gregory sometimes. Bruins up 42-0 on Catholic. Now the offense, but the pass intercepted by McNeil. Doing on both sides of the ball. Bruins with great field position on the Crusader 10. McNeil again finding pay dirt. The easy touchdown here on the cutback. Nice run from him. Bruins win big there in Virginia Beach, 63-0.
Manners snapped a 16-game losing streak last week after beating Denby. Tonight, the Mustangs home against Hickory after getting on the board with a field goal. You see the Hawks quickly put the ball back to more points. Evan White, whose name you're going to hear a lot of, 10-0 Hickory throughout the second. And just as Manor gets some momentum going on offense, the ball is picked off by guess who? White. To finish out the half. Entering the third quarter, a fumble by the Hawks on the opening drive gets recovered by the Mustangs, but soon after, a pass from Manor's backup QB picked off once again by Evan White.
Evan White showed tonight.
He was balling. Brings the ball past midfield for Hickory. The Hawks quickly capitalized on the great field position with a TD pass to Brady Matthews to go up 16-0. Hickory would cruise to a victory, finish off the day 23-0.
All right, final scoreboard here. Woodside over Grassfield, 42-19. Southampton beats John Marshall, 48-0.
And then Norfolk Academy taking on HRA. They win 42-6 in the private school matchup.
Okay, so not a bad season debut of Friday Night Flights, right? It felt good. Yeah. We're back in the swing of things. Coaches update the rosters, make sure all the names and numbers are right. We always appreciate that. Aerials look good. We love that. So we're back in a major way. It felt great out there tonight. Good breeze.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say college football also back. Louisville defeated JMU today, 28-14. How about the 6 p.m. games from all of our local college teams tomorrow? Yeah, Virginia State at NSU, Elizabeth City State at Hampton, Maine at William and Mary.
You better hurry up.
NC Central at ODU, all at 6.
All right, that's Friday Night Flights. For James Casado, I'm Craig Loper. Thanks for watching.